Yes, indeed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please, let's put our hands together once again for being a music. That was awesome. My head don't scatter. So, before we begin everything, let's call upon Marcelo to give us a piece. Marcelo. Let's clap as he comes. Yeah. Yeah, Marcelo.
Hello, hello, good evening. Once again, you are welcome. Okay, I am Savior Marcel Hagri Hamelo, but my friends normally call me Marcelo. So I'm here to perform one of my pieces, or two if possible. Anyway, I'm here to revive my dead career. Okay, so in search of inspiration and hope, I felt tonight I should come to share one of my pieces with the crew. That will give me a sense or like a springboard to write more. Kings and queens of the purpose, shadows of orcs of life, sons and daughters of unknown God, pilgrims of mystery tour, free men and women in shackles and in chains, uncelebrated saints, heroes, martyrs, and living legends, poets, musicians, songwriters, diviners, soothsayers, fortune tellers of myth and calamities, pastors, prophets, teachers, who ordain in the tears of God but are cowards at the sight of truth. House of noble citizen, I salute you. Once again, you are welcome. This piece is titled Songs of Solomon. Okay, so I want to feel your presence like making love to the divine. Sip the honey that draws from your lips and be drenched in your pool of wine. Saturate my soul as we dine in your bosom, our mind. Walk through your shadows, speak through your voices. Wash my wounds in your tears. Your name echoes in my ears. Where hatred and pain share boundary, I found a sea of love. Where defeat and failure intertwine, I heard the voices of peace. Where prejudice and skepticism oppresses, raising grace and harmony fell from the skies into my hands. As I faced the world with my back against the wall, this wall pushed me through this wall, but you elevated my soul and spirit above this wall and these words. When all men deserted me, you chose me. When all the cards had been played and everyone went away, you stayed. You shine so brightly in my eyes that you put every woman in the shade. Your presence define true love and cast away the shadows of pain and shame. Your absence give birth to living memory which I can't refrain from. So may we never sever, but ever conquer as levels through storms and thunder. No lily, no daisy, no alabaster can match the sweet fragrance of you, my lover. It's not a hearsay when we say there are reasons why people change like the season. But please have tenacious grip of my love no matter the times and season. For the love that I profess to you is beyond reason, and this is my sole decision. For I'm a living proof of the truth that the requisite of love supersedes looks alike. So I pray you, my queen and goddess, kindly never pass me by, humbly sing me lullaby when I lose sight of the light during the night. For in your eyes I see my identity, in your weakness I find my strength. In your strength I hear the echoes of hope. In the echoes of hope I see life beyond this life and truth beyond this life. I can't deny, yes, I can't deny that you are the light that outshines my darkness, the angels that fight my demons. Once an atheist who was very skeptical of the inscriptions scripted by the scribes in the scriptures that says, he that found a good thing, a woman has found a good thing. But by your intervention, I believed in these holy verses and embraced redemption. But its love was to walk inside my room or reside under my roof. Then I won't know it is you. For many a times I thought I found my missing rib, who I'll call and will accompany me to the moon. A missing rib I can call my own and own forever as my bona fide property. A missing rib to be the flesh of my flesh and the marrow of my bone. But there you fall from the skies, like a shooting star out of the blues, to make me immune to these diseases and symptoms of heartache and headache. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to you, my lover, never to be a Casanova. Offer you my shoulder for your leaning. Bend over your flaws and downfalls till every living thing attests that you are my goddess on earth. I bequeath my heart, soul, and body to you as my last will and testament in this life and at the throne of judgment. And no court of competent jurisdiction can change me or charge me for perjury, contempt, defamation. After all being said and done, I'll walk you majestically down the aisle so we can exchange holy vows. Vows that will stand the test of time, transcend bloodlines, and make you mine. I vow to keep you in the state of equilibrium, so our love will swing like a pendulum true and flow. Flow like the ancient river now, grow old as the human blood in the human vein, good as a gold, true as a steel, beautiful as the queen mama of Zanzibar. Yes, indeed, you are my queen. Thank you. So,
Yes, indeed, you are my queen. Thank you.
so this is the climax of my poem, which doesn't have a title. Okay. In this pensive season, give me a tangible reason why I should be diplomatic and not radical or silent when the roof of my abode is on fire. Give me a single reason why I shouldn't call a spade or deliberately refer the night as day when I'm gonna bleed profusely from the spaces between the legs with a body full of bruises, battered like an outcast in tattered clothes by own offspring. Give me a reason why on earth shouldn't give me a reason why on earth shouldn't I call a spade or deliberately refer the night as day when I'm gonna bleed from the spaces between the legs profusely with a body full of bruises, battered like an outcast in tattered clothes by own offspring? Why on earth shouldn't I Okay, let's start it again. I told you I'm reviving my dead career, right? So let's start it again. In this pensive season, give me a tangible reason why I should be diplomatic and not radical or silence when the roof of my abode is on fire. Give me a single reason why I shouldn't call a spade or deliberately refer the night as day when I'm gonna bleed from the spaces between the leg profusely with a body full of bruises, battered like an outcast and tattered could by their own offspring. Why on earth shouldn't I? Why on earth shouldn't? Why on earth shouldn't I? I can't do this. Okay. Joe, please give me a minute.
Put your
A minute.
hands together.
Joe, give me a minute, please.
Don't worry. Go. Keep going. Let's keep encouraging him, please. Yep. Marcelo.
Okay. Okay. So in this pensive season, give me a tangible reason why I should be diplomatic and not radical or silent when the roof of my abode is on fire. Give me a single reason why I shouldn't call a spade or deliberately refer the night as day when I'm gonna bleed profusely from the spaces between the legs with a body full of bruises, battered like an outcast in tattered clothes by own offspring. Why on earth should I keep mute when motherland, which was won through the blood and soul of my forefathers, is now being led by poor thinking and myopic leaders, kleptocrats and kakistocrats, who only think of their bellies and pockets? I refuse to hold my tongue when the political class with their butchered and said contest has turned this beautiful country into a business center, buying and selling state assets to themselves and their cronies. Perhaps they were misinformed by their forebears that the presidency is their birthright. I refuse to hold my horses no matter who sits on high horses or whose horse is God. When the breadth and the length of this country is full or infiltrated with thieves in suits and ties, clerical and cassocks, who turn pens, papers, and scriptures into guns and rob their friends and neighbors in broad daylight. I refuse to fold my hands across my chest and between my thighs when Nkrumah's Ghana has been turned into a whorehouse and a Ponzi scheme because we offer higher interest to our lenders, borrow more to pay back previous debt, embezzlement in the highest form through inflated contracts distributed to party apparatchiks without appropriate expertise. I refuse to turn a blind eye to the sight of nepotism, cronism, and favoritism that has engulfed the seat of government while they dilly-dally, shilly-shally to undertake developmental projects playing ducks and drakes with the vast wealth that Providence poured into our national coffers. Tell me, what is our trademark? Or what is our starting trade? If not gross incompetence, gross inequality, corruption, vozy, noise making, and ineptitude. Must we blame the gods or render our gratitude? 58 years after independence. 58 years after independence, what do we see? 58 years after independence, our nation is engulfed in feuds. 58 years after independence, we are ranked as a low middle income state. 58 years after independence, people unite by the roadside and they are not even ashamed of it. 58 years after independence, parliamentarians go to the parliament house and all they do is to shout, yeah, yeah. And they expect to be paid ex gratia. 50 years after independence, myself and you, we are here. But this is what I say, if we are the sons and daughters of a living God, then I think we deserve better. Thank you.
Thank you. So that was Marcelo. That was Marcelo. Marcelo, God bless you for that one. 58 years after independence, you still see us urinating by the roadside. 58 years after independence, parliamentarians go to the parliament and still shout, yeah, yeah. 58 years after independence. Ehalakasa! Ehalakasa! So my name is Joaquin Speaks, and this is Ehalakasa. When I say Ehalakasa, the response is it lives in us. So those who know knows. Ehalakasa! Ehalakasa! So like I always say, Ehalakasa stems from three different languages. That's Ewe Gan and Twi. Eha in Ewe is song, La in Gan is sing, and Kasa in Twi is talk. So when you put that together, you get a halakasa. And when we shout it, you respond, it lives in us. A halakasa. So tonight we have two awesome poets who are going to give us poems back to back, awesome ones. And the first one is Sad Poet. He says, Evangelio Ken Jr. writes as the sad poet. So the meaning of the sad is an acronym actually, which means smile for it's another day poet. Leo is a fighter, a writer, and a lover. Let's welcome sad poet to the podium. Sad poet. Yeah. You play the guitar. Okay. And then we have Twitterlet. Teresa Kufuor, staged as Twitterlet, 23 years of age, a wordsmith, a spoken word and creative artist, a fempreneur, that's feminine hygienist. I believe in turning the dark into beauty. I have been doing poetry since 2018, and life experiences are my inspiration. She's also a slam champion. Let's welcome Twitter Lit. Okay, okay. Ehalakasa. So for the first round, they are going to give us three poems each. I don't know how they are going to do it, whether they are going to do two and one, whichever way it's up to them. But let's give them the morale so that they serve us with some food for thought. Yeah. Ehalakasa once again. Ehalakasa. Sure. Let's go.
Ehalakasa. Okay, so my first piece is on domestic violence. I title it Dear Legachi. It's a letter actually, so I'm reading. Dear Legachi, I hope this finds you well. I called Mame today, and when I asked of you, her only reply was she's gone. She could have gone into details about how your head was wrapped in the most colorful of gillies, and your feet adorned in glamorous hand-woven ahenema. She could have gone into details about the stiff smile plastered on your face, and how you sat through the whole 3 hours of the charade, not stopping for a second to blink, afraid that the tears that would escape might give you and your facade away. She could have gone into details about how you sat on the laps of a man 6 times your age, who gave you pecks in place of sweets and called you wife instead of daughter. She could have gone into details about how she spends the night prior trying to entice you with the sweetness marriage offers, forgetting it's the last thing you should be thinking of at your age. She could have gone into details about how your hand shivered and your continual stare at the open gate, like you had it in mind to break free and elope unrestrained, to swap places with the tortoise and take life a day at a time, at your own pace. She could have gone into details about your disbelief 3 weeks ago when they discussed your future to your face. And Legachi will move in with him in the evening after the ceremony. Even their moving lips did little to convince you that these parents of yours and yesterday's are the same. She could have gone into details about the blackmail, the speech where they make you know your family's tomorrow is all in your hands, and survival is now tied to your fate. She could have gone into details about how you asked if there was no other way and her answering headshake. She could have gone into details about how you dragged your feet when it was time to leave home for a home you're not sure you could ever call home. But she didn't. She only said you had gone, knowing fully well she not only just lost a daughter but a whole generation who may continue to think that being dragged through the door with their heads lowered down is the only way out, who may continue to think that a daughter is the price they have to pay. Something borrowed, nothing gained. Dear Legachi, I want to tell your story and I don't know how I want to begin, Seth. Say make I shed tears and tell you I'm sorry or just move on, hoping you get over it yourself. If a woman charges her husband with rape, we sympathize with him or we laugh, point and call them names. I confess, once upon a time, then I too did a part of your mockers. You could say I had a mindset so narrow that I just couldn't process. Then I know FIFA Tom say someone would take forcefully from where they could simply ask and get them at zero expense. So truth be told, then I know they babam. Or rather, then I just know one babam. She came with bruises that looked like they were inflicted by a sadist. A person where they derived joy from another person's agony, her flesh knew like they knew more than everyone what the state of being sad is. The pain was too much, so she packed her bags, seeking comfort at home, but in Poppy doubt their actions a catastrophe. In Mommy saying claims be unheard of and disgraceful, something of an anomaly. So she had to toughen up, living through the pain and smiling regardless of being treated inhumanly. Some stories break you and some simply make you study doubt reality. Cause why beat a wife you sleep beside and have no iota of shame? Cause why inflict so much pain if you can't even take a fast of the same? Cause why discard her as though she's rubbish just because you came? Cause why even get together with her in the first place if abuse was really your aim? So she really go through assaulted, disrespected, treated like she be a wild animal way they want him. And the irony be say she no feel left That's not what a good wife does. A good wife belongs to her husband in all entirety. If you doubt it, you can just ask. So she dey cry only at night, using the snores as cover for the sobs and the screams so tightly fit that they had to be let out. So she cried only in the dark. A good wife know they wash in dirty linen for public, and walls only have ears, not eyes, so they can't see in the dark, so why not let the pain out in the dark? And tell me, what do you call it when the pain is too much to bear, but all you need to keep your roof over your head? Torture or struggle? And does the world only realize your trauma and its severity when you're on a deathbed? Wretched and horrible. A good wife know they talk back, that be what them tell we. A good wife know they fight back, that be what them tell we. A good wife always for day back, that be what them tell we till they finally kill we. Dear Legachi, I'm sorry. I'm Evangelio again, Junior. Enjoy the evening.
I hate my mom. I passionately despise her. She left when I was little, like 18. After all the love that showed her, the expensive life she was given. Ask me why and I'll tell you why she left. Who wants to know why? Mommy left dad because of mere beatings. Some bruises makeup could even disguise. I thought she said for better or for worse. She couldn't keep her home. I saw these words on my son's timeline the other day, explaining his passionate hatred for me just because I chose life over death. Just because I chose to wake up strong instead of waking up scared. Just because I chose to breathe and sigh in fresh relief. But you see, I craved freedom. I was starving and skinny. Skinny to where skinnies couldn't fit. Even though skinny still wouldn't fit anyway. But I tried to warn him. I asked him severally if he'd come with me. Those nights I begged my son to make the right decision. But he chose to live in the shadow that I was avoiding. I hated that my son will grow and be a reflection. See, I had a call last night. Rushing to the emergency, I stood at the door broken at what I saw. Seeing my heavily pregnant daughter-in-law, she didn't have to say much to tell me she was hurting. Mom, I am tired of pretending. She whispered in a broken voice. She was bruised, abused, terrified and mad at me. Mad at how I caged the monster. Terrified and mad at how I raised the monster she caged herself into. But I tried to warn her. She was just too in love to listen. See, I left my husband not because I was not in love or lazy, but this was just the reason. And you are not Rose to die in Titanic or Juliet to die for Romeo. You can change this and not end up like me and not make your son end up like him. My son is who he is today because his father made him. So it's up to you to make your son whilst you can, or make his father make him when you can't. I remember the first time I saw a man raise his hand to hit a woman. I was like 5 when I saw my own flesh and blood getting abused by a man. So really all those scars and bruises I grew up to see and the punches and marks were marks from that insane man called father. Mom has been slapped, sworn at, raped, bruised, has an abortion, even a marriage. She loses her pretty smile, her confidence, and maybe even her life. I am 12 years, and for 12 years, she goes to bed sick and wakes up scared. For 12 years, she tells herself that she can fix this. For 12 years, she tells herself it's going to be okay because she's scared of the attack she's going to get from society that you're a worthless woman. Are you the only wife on earth attack she's going to get from her society? So she stays until she can't do this anymore. When a man shows you red flag, don't assume it's going to be changed because you use that for cover and slate. Flee from violent relationships on Twitter.
That's Twitter lit. So I forgot to inform you too. After this round, we'll have some conversations about their poems. So please take notes. Yeah.
Fellow Ghanaians, dear countrymen, I dey vex. There are thieves out here with pens. They know they stab or threaten, then just they use them a wet. Then hit we hard where it hurts, dipping fist into the public press. Then they pocket denominations without decorum. Then they leave dirty tracks everywhere, presume lying ain't getting paid enough to clean up to them. So it's filth in the center of Accra, filth where they choke on the gutters and flood some parts of Accra, filth where they support crazy, lavish lifestyles outside Accra, the same filth no way they make some resorts 5-star. When a democracy is now a case of this or that, the former driver's mate or the driver will already come pocketing part. At least give us options that are into alike. One who only sees clearer from behind the sidelines and his competition is a bald old braggart. You vote give me, I go do your roads. Refurbish and maintain your hospitals, cut down costs and revive the ailing economy. You vote give me, I no go even move by road. And all trials result in my acquittal with politics. And to be able to plunder and purify, I need a failing economy. Dear countrymen, I dey vex. The umbrella is like a cheating ex. Where the elephant to be bad eggs, the former go mess you up and the latter for inside public you go the mess. Yeah, I know it hurts. Especially if you are considering a butterfly and its inability to stand the test of time and who comes in a mask Except a robber who fears to be seen or superheroes where only they exist on our screens. We dey bre. Finally, you know be we pe. They have cohorts with bellies the size of extra large pots. Feeding off taxpayers' monies and still not getting the work done is a case of obedient sheep at the mercy of a sly old fox. Everywhere they red. Everywhere they hot. Poverty induced global warming, even the AC shone the work. We dey bre. Finally, you know be we pe. It's funny how 45 African countries need little to no tweaks to fit the clue. It's a continental problem we all are bound by as if with glue. It's either death takes him away because he was too good, or he overstays his welcome and forces on our heads a replacement in our groom. Be dey bre. Finally, you know be we pe. So, brothers from across seas, this is your signal, your cue to light a torch in the face of the bats and watch him scurry off. We too will crush the elephant, then encounter part. The umbrella. Morose changes, yeah. Morose changes. No, not in a mask. That's sad. Too sad. Be there, bre. Finally, you know, be we, bre. They say hope is a thing without feathers. We go tie 'em plus faith and propel 'em into Owen heights with all the breeze we've got. Dear countrymen, are they vexed? There are thieves out here with pens. They know they stab or threaten, then just they use them as words. Then hit we hardware heads. They've been first into the public press, pocketing denominations without equal. Morose changes, yeah. Morose changes now. No, not in a mask. That is sad. But when a prayer be said, the new will force. I'm Evangel again, Junior. Good evening.
We dey bre.
Please, who else believes Ghana is a great nation? Okay, if you believe Ghana is a great nation, then let's all sing the national anthem together. Shall we? I don't even remember, but can someone raise the intro for me? God bless our homeland, Ghana. I can't hear you. And make our nation great and strong, both to defend for less than ever the cause of freedom. If you don't stand me, she against Ghana. Fill our hearts with true humility. Make us raises a person without the pledge. The pledge. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength and with all my heart. I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage. Pledge myself with all things. Amen. Please, can we sit down?
Dear Rade Boame, so help
All
me
right.
God.
So my poem is, for those who know, you know. We are going to keep preaching this till I think some issues in Ghana are resolved, only if it will. So, Ghana. When I say Ghana, you say the great nation, right? Ghana. Are you not confident? Ghana. Ghana. A nation so great where success is an imagination. We pride ourselves with peace, joy, and love when the truth is these are only names of radio stations. When I say peace, you say despite everything, there's no war. No need for ammunitions. When I say joy, 99.7% of this can be found in the smiles of politicians. What kind of a lie are we living? A healthy mind is found in a healthy body, yet we are counting school buildings because we have them, but free SHS isn't free if the people of the nation know sanitation is still a problem. Freedom and justice with no wisdom to practice. 68 years of independence, but like a PhD, every major decision is still dependent on our masters. Denominating your denomination, can't you see this is hurting you? Yet you dance to the group of what the pounds telling you. They say, Euro for a boat when it's heading for a storm, it's safer. Well, come and gold and bauxite is born. They say, Open your door small while they open their door less. And these are the discussions that goes on in Congress. Promises from politics are so empty, but I know your problem ends empty and you just see them everywhere you go. So why are you patriots wearing fake smiles upon your faces? It's because the essence of your praise is centered on disgrace. You see, they can afford escape to escape taxes, but you and I must queue in the burning sun to take taxis. They ride over us like cars on bridges, and it's so tragic. It's funny how the same colors of the flag are the ones that represent traffic. Oh, land of our birth, we pledge to thee, yet we have never cherished fearless honesty. It's my busting how you and I can't live in unity, but you and I can be a bank's identity. Well, we are just a West African country and not the worst African country. Oh, God bless Ghana in a godless Ghana. And every 4 years, like Barabbas, we shout, we want this liar. And no direction. So Sankofa tells us to look back. But if the future is bright, you better bring the holy book back. The single reason where 2 or 3 are gathered, he comes forth. He fed the 5,000. So he that seeks him will find. We keep on serving the risen king. We ate his body. So no denying that he is the only king. That is why we've turned the other side. We have adjusted to E-Levy. It's Twitter.
Okay, more amplification. I'm not part of this, but I have to add my voice. So, Jewel is my name. I heard you need change, but the symphony sings that it's symphony. How I ain't an athlete yet running for presidency. So most of you do not believe that I've got good motives for this country, but check this. My manifesto. My manifesto is to give you the manifesto, keep you on your toes. For the king's promise, it is 1 car, 1 road, 1 student, 1 classroom, 1 fisherman, 1 sea. See, the goal is to invest in every energy drink we've got in the country. I'm power drunk, believe me. Billy, like the avatar, my obsession to grab power is in my blue jeans like denim. I'm in a rush to run for power, not because there is a huge storm coming, but I've realized that as Ghanaians, yet it's casting so come the end. My aim is to evenly share the national cake so that every citizen gets a piece of this cake to celebrate their birthdays. My interest is not to protect the public purse, instead open up the purse to the public so that each citizen gets some monies for themselves and families. In ancient Greek, democracy is defined as a system of government where state power is vested in the people. So give me your terms in exchange for blue jeans, because literally that's real power to the people. So give me your terms in exchange for blue jeans so that y'all do not walk around like the naked truth. The naked truth needs to be addressed before someone discovers this truth. Fellow Ghanaians, I know say sake of money your son Kwame never go Eugene. The kiddie get dreams, now so only links into when 2 man reach in the goals. Sake of you not get the money first, he was sacked out of school. So young Kwame Eugene turned a school dropout. This is one of the many problems we are facing in the country. Reason I'm introducing the free senior high school education. And mark my words, universities will soon be free in this nation. I've seen your tears and heard your cries. As citizens, I believe the police is supposed to protect us. But protest after protest, they keep making unlawful arrests. So we believe they aren't here to protect us. And the average Ghanaian can't even afford a condom to protect us. Reason being that, and the average Ghanaian can't even afford a condom to protect us. Reason being that the economy is harder than an erection. And though the economy is harder than an erection, the wives of fishermen never they see men. If you see Phyllis, you go know, say we are always going for AIDS. So the country is always in debt. When I'm voted into power, I'll make sure I pay off all our debts so that we'll be eligible for more loans. The average Ghanaian is broken than the broken rice, yet our politicians use 30 billion for tea, common breakfast, while the citizens fast, not because they want to fast, but because they don't have money for common breakfast. How do we break this fast? Fast forward. We live in the capital, but the capital doesn't reflect in our pockets. The capital is actually in Kumasi. That's where the gold is found. These politicians are gold diggers, always digging for gold, endorsing Galamsey behind closed doors, while the closed doors of opportunities on earth, the citizens. For agriculture, they invest in guinea fowls, but these fowls end up being possessed by foul spirits and end up flying into our neighboring countries. Without passports, these fowls pass ports, which is a foul ball, but the referee won't whistle foul ball because he has been bribed. The country is a mess. Reason I'm slim but fat when it comes to my butt, but it's just right to ask the government to drop that chamber because it's just right to ask the government to drop that chamber because we've all got closets in our various homes. I mean, we are all dealing with our personal shit respectfully. Because we live in a place where workers are not getting paid, but we plan on paying the wives of government officials. Salaries remain the same, but taxes keep increasing. Transport fares keep changing by the day like Kathleen Jenner, yet our politicians aren't transparent. 58 million for National Cathedral, and yet, true, we don't even have a swimming pool for baptism. So those in government never they repent. And our policemen are involved in bullion van robberies. Can you imagine? I know after this they will try to make an arrest just to lock us, but in this hood, we know who do the real robbing. Apple of God's eyes. We will jailbreak because this revolution must be televised. Free the citizens. Yo, Ehalakasa. Yeah, so I just felt like joining this one to amplify the message. Yeah, so they can continue.
Okay, so in the bio, he mentioned I was a lover. It wasn't a lie. I'm a lover. Let's get naked. Let's get naked. But keep your clothes on, relax. Let me behind those doors. Grace my eyes with an exclusive view of you without all the pretense, without so many boundaries. Come here. Sit with me under the light. When nothing is kept in the dark, unveil your mask that wraps around your heart. Ironically, whomever and whatever people term safe spaces wound up to be the opposite. So instead of a safe space, let's call this neutral ground, where you're not the only one bearing your deepest parts out. For I'll meet you halfway. Undoing my buttons as you unwrap your scarf. Slipping out of my shirt as you unzip your blouse. Come with me to the rooftop. Let's watch the stars. Nothing silly. Tell me nothing. Everything. Leave out nothing. What moves you? What aches you? What tickles your fancy? What makes you flip? What probes that adorable part? It's all or nothing with me. I can love you in the dark. Before I sing, I'll see if I find this. It's all or nothing with me. I can't love you in the dark. Let's get naked. But keep your clothes on. Grace my eyes with an exclusive view of you without all the pretense. Show me who you are when you're not putting up an act for the world. It's all or nothing with me. I can't love you in the dark. The sad poet.
Let's get naked. Ehalakasa.
Okay, so because Sad Poets did something about love, I wasn't going to talk about love, so I wrote something, not long ago. So I'm just going to read. It's Loving Someone in This Economy. That's the title. So my title is I'm Sorry I Forgot to Love You Last Night. I'm sorry I forgot to love you last night, but the city's been falling faster than my mood swings. I try to hold you, but my arms are busy holding depth. Because even love feels like something I might need alone for these days. I try to feel you, but the weight of broken promises feels heavier. And our leaders are selling our own dreams to us on credit. Look at me stuck here trying to love you with what's left of my overdraft. They are still selling, asking for votes like it's Black Friday. But all I see are discounts on the truth, and we've already paid full price for lies. I can't give you my heart when I'm busy calculating the interest on our survival. You see, love is supposed to be priceless, but these days it's taxed. And I'm stuck here paying with pennies of hope. They tell us tighten. They tell us tighten your belts, but we've been fasting since independence. So how do I hold on to you when the economy keeps slipping through my fingers? The system's been corrupt for so long that even my love for you feels like a counterfeit. I forgot to love you last night because I was busy remembering how you and I got here. To a place where trust is as scarce as affordable rent, and leadership feels like a lottery we can never win. But don't worry, babe. I'll try again tomorrow if the government doesn't raise the price of affection, and if my heart isn't taxed to death by the lies they keep selling. Because in this economy, even love needs a bailout. So I'm sorry I forgot to love you last night.
I think she deserves more round of applause. Let's do it better for her. Yeah, yeah. So, um, indirectly, Twitter is trying to tell you that if the economy calm down, if you feel work, make the economy calm down, it will love you. But right the way the economy did, yeah, it go hard. Ehalakasa. Ehalakasa. So this session is conversation with the audience. If you have any questions for our fellow poets, sad poet, Twitter lit, um, microphones will be coming around so that you can ask them, and then we interact and get to know them better, their train of thought. Maybe I can start. Why are you pointing? Okay, okay. So this one is the cheapest one, but I don't want them to take this question. That's why. What inspires you to write?
I think it's in my bio that life experiences actually really inspires me. Anything that I find moving around me, as long as it triggers the feeling in me, that thing in me, it inspires me. So, but music generally.
So what was the piece you did on the hardship the country is facing? What music inspired that one?
Yanara ya sasini, eyabo dendeng.
Okay. Yeah, sad
No.
poet.
Yeah.
Your inspiration.
It actually depends on the piece in question. Sometimes it's eyes, sometimes it's us, sometimes it's everything going on.
Okay. Sure. So if anyone has a question, the mic will be going around. Any question for our poets? Any question? Any question?
Do I have to greet? Good evening. All right. So my question is to both of you is simple. Where can we find some of your works so that when we are not here to enjoy you in person, we can maybe sit at home somewhere and still feel you.
Okay, so some of our pieces are on Instagram. Me, for instance, it's Sad Poet on Instagram, majorly Instagram, and then some poetry sites like the Incra Poetry sites, and then I Saw magazine. Yeah, but majorly Instagram, Sad Poet.
You'll find me mostly on Instagram at Twitter underscore light. It's TWITA underscore LITE. And on Snap, same as TWITA underscore LITE. I'm not very active on YouTube, but I have like 2 pieces there. You can go and subscribe. And TikTok, yes. Twitter lights, same TWITA LITE. That one, there's no hyphen, it's just together. Thank you.
All right. So my last one. Also to both of you, how long have you been writing, and how far are you going to be taking us on this your poetry journey?
Okay, so how long I've been writing? I can say all my life because sometimes I like discover some pieces I wrote as a kid and Charlie they don't make sense, but it's like a few years ago I tried. And then where I want to take poetry, I always say poetry is the main hustle, everything else is a side hustle. So I'm much more focused on poetry than even school. Yeah. So I look forward to taking poetry to bigger stages and doing more with the Sad Poets brand. Yeah. Thank you.
Um, I've been doing serious writing for about 4 years now, and uh, I would like to do a lot of collaborative pieces with great poets, not just great, like any poet that comes my way, so we can grow together and also see myself in the international field when it comes to poetry, because poetry is basically life and everything. Yeah.
All right, last one. So tonight, what would you say that we should? What do you want us to take away from you? You know, hearing you on stage tonight. What would you want us to take away from whatever you are bringing to us tonight?
Okay. Thank you for the question. This, I feel like it's a very important question. In as much as we are here to have fun, I feel like every poetry or everything we say or perform here is a story. So you pick something out of what we have said because we are sharing experiences. So you go with the entertainment and you go with learning something. At least I've spoken about how angry I am at the state of the country, and so you know how I feel, and I feel like you can relate. So at least you've related, or even though you were not able to talk about it, I've spoken about it, and then you've been able to, feel the same way. So I feel like it's fun and education. Yeah.
Okay, so she has said it all, but another thing I would want to add is that from this gathering we should see that we shouldn't underrate the power of words. Honestly, we all started in like our backyards or our rooms, and who knew we would be on stages like this? So whatever you are doing in your little corner, like you're being seen, and yeah, the power of words too. Basically that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so I have two questions. One is based on the domestic violence pieces you both did, and that is, apart from the obvious ways such as fear of judgment, financial dependency, or concern for children, in what other ways does society's expectations of marriage as a sacred lifelong commitment enable the perpetuation of domestic violence, and how can we balance preserving this commitment with ensuring the safety and well-being of individuals?
Okay, so first of all, indeed, you have listed most of the factors that contribute to us still being under marriages with domestic violence, even though we are being harmed. But also, there's, in quotes, foolish love. Yes.
Okay.
Or rather, our definition of love which shouldn't be that love is being and it has to like go with whatever that comes at it. But no, if you really love someone, you don't hate them. So if the reason someone is being in a marriage is because even though they are being hurt is because they think they love the person, Charlie. It's toxicity at the highest level. So yeah, if there's anyone here who needed that to get out of an abusive relationship, this is your cue. And then also how we can get out of that. I mean, there are, I think, organizations that look towards that. I know of those who, I mean, you can file with the police and then they'll take care of that too, even though they are starting to seem like they are not really functional. I didn't see it. But yeah, so you can speak to people, respected people in society, but don't let them pressure you to continue to be in an abusive relationship, regardless of whatever society might think, Charlie. Own yourself and then your own one so yeah, then get out of it. Thank you.
Twitter.
Okay, so there's a situation where some women feel their men beating them means they love them. So if a woman, if a man comes home and he doesn't beat his wife, the wife questions if the husband is okay. Such people, you can't do anything to them. Like, that's their love language, to be abused. So their story is different. But a situation where someone is in a relationship and is being abused, marriage relationship, and is being abused and has like 4 kids, five, and feels because of the children she can't stay. Men are also being abused as well. So I'm speaking for both genders. Reports, talk to someone, like he said. There are always ways to talk to people and not pay attention to what your friends are. Friends will always tell you that, hey, we couldn't know what's Ujana, you go and chew coffee, broke my all of that. But I feel like your life is important than money, right? So you can report to other, authorities and talk to friends who are sensible enough to give you the right advice. Yeah.
My second question is on your performances in relation to the country.
Okay.
Beyond issues like corruption, unemployment, and infrastructural challenges, what underlying cultural or systemic factors do you think are contributing to the current state of the country? And how can these deeper issues be addressed to create lasting change?
Please, I didn't pass social studies.
Okay, so I'm answering on both of us. On both our behalves. So culture. First of all, it is the tourism culture. Let's talk about that. It's the fact that even though we have like our cultures as Ghanaians, we have somehow shaped the westernized like part of our cultures and make that the actual thing. Meanwhile, that shouldn't be the case. So I think we should practice more what we believe in. Someone was talking about the belief in religiousness. That honestly, if we still practice religiousness as we used to, I don't think someone would come and then mine in our rivers. Unso denso. Unso bosomche or whatever it's called. Are you not scared? Like, can you go into a river infested with words to mine? You feel me? So I feel like if we I feel like if we practice some of the things we have thrown away like much more as we used to in the past, it will go a long way in making Ghana a better Ghana for us. Thank you.
Okay. My question is for Twitter. You went to the slum in Brazil
Yes, please.
and you got to the semi-final.
Correct.
Okay. Uh, do you think this year, I mean, from then to now,
Yeah.
you have improved enough to be able to win?
Okay. Thank you for your question. My answer is yes, because I went to Brazil for a competition, all right. I also went to learn. I went to understand that there are great poets and that I feel like I have to do more So as I came back, I've learned different ways of writing from different other countries. And so I have improved on my writing skills and performance. So I believe I can win.
Okay. Did you make friends with Edilati?
Yes, please, I did.
Okay. Thank you.
I did.
He's a Ghanaian Canadian. He was also at the Slam and did very well.
So, so who is Edilate? Edilate is a Ghanaian Canadian slammer who also slammed and did very well. Let's clap our hands together for Edilate. You have a question? Last one.
So you also did a piece, so we have a question for you. No, but you did a piece, so we have a question for you. All those things that you said here right now, if we open the floor, parliamentary, judiciary and co, can you do the entire piece still?
That one, I'll go do 'em. I'll go do 'em. I can do it. Why I am saying I can do it is that in my home we were taught that you don't speak back at elders, and so there were things I wanted to tell my dad, all right, but I couldn't because of that adage and the way we were raised. Now I wrote a poem. They did a piece on domestic violence, which I experienced firsthand in the home. So it's kind of personal. And I wrote the poem, and I sat everyone down, and I did the poem to my dad, because poetry is entertainment. It's a way of telling someone your mind without them being able to judge you. After doing that poem, my dad never liked the poem, but he knew what I was saying. So that's my right. I can do it. Yeah. Yes, sir. Ehalakasa.
Listen up.
Ehalakasa.
Listen up.
So tonight is getting lit and it's getting sad at the same time with poetry. And I would like us to acknowledge a great person in our midst. Um, he's in the person of Bessa Simmons, the president of Musica. The president of Musica is in our midst. Let's put our hands together for him, for patronizing poetry. Yeah. That's awesome, and I'm glad. And let's do it better for Auntie Ama as well. She's always here. She's always here. She's always. Sometimes I feel she wouldn't be coming, and then I see her walk through. I'm like, wow. Thanks a lot. So there be more the minimum more fee for nyamin shira mu nyina no nto mo nkwanem. Okay, so moving forward, we will invite Bina Music to give us some music before we continue with the next session. Bina Music. Oh, let's put our hands together for her. Let's encourage her. Bina, how are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Nice one.
Hello, miss. Did you know that we go this far? Baby, I'm hopeless. In love with you, and I know this. When I'm with you, there's nothing that I cannot get through. And girl, I accept you the way that you are. You happy too. And I know what you are. No other guy is gonna play with your heart. Play as they are, player I'm not. You call right as a heavy layer of God. So hey, miss, did you believe that we come this far? Try to sustain this, never throw you away. In Kebo Baya, Miss Mobile. In Kebo Baya, Miss Mobile. In Inkebo baya misimabo. Inkebo baya. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. You did do me well, I no go fit tell you well. You did do me well, I no go fit tell you well. All I will say is, baby, stay with me till the end of time. You did do me well, I no go fit tell you well. You did do me well, you did do me well. In Cabo Baya, in Cabo Baya, in Cabo Baya. Listen more, boy, in Cabo Baya, in Cabo Baya, in Cabo Baya. No way, no way, no way. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? Oh, pirates, yes, they're all by. So died to the merchant ships. Many have today to hide from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. Forward in the generation, triumphantly. So won't you help me say these songs, these songs, these songs, these songs, these songs. Oh, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause they cannot stop this time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? This is just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. So won't you help me say these songs, these songs, these songs, these songs, these songs, these songs. Cause me oh, cause me it's redemption song. Oh, it's redemption songs. It's redemption song. It's redemption songs. Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome. Ehalakasa. Ehalakasa. So let's listen to Twitter Light. and sad poet for the next session.
Hello. Okay, so it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I have a short piece on breast cancer awareness. It's titled One and a Half Breast. Let it never be known that I pronounce tumor as tumor. This belief colored me an illiterate. Only 2 days ago, I too took a scan. The whitewashed walls of the hospital enveloped me with a sense of foreboding. It quickly sent through my stomach into chaos, turning it inside out, outside in. Let it never be known that invasive ductal carcinoma got me tongue-tied before true love. Do not tell the world my talkative teeth began to stutter when it actually mattered. Was my last song. They didn't tell me men got it too. 1.5 breasts. As brown as the bra. To the diasporan girl on X who flipped out when I said Ghana really isn't all that. Here's a story, and you tell me if it sounds familiar. Once upon a time, in the season of decorated kings, queens, emperors, and powerful traditionalists, water bodies were saddled with the burden of purity, spirituality, and gods with names uttered under hushed voices, somber tones, but avoided in the unpredictability of the darkness. Bosomche had weight, and then too once was believed to change fate. But at the sight of heavy machinery that had no ears for reason and sought to fish not for fish, but hunt for gold on these coasts, we have seen great power and authority constantly diminish. They say life is a game where wits and shamelessness come in handy. They say to make the Hall of Fame it is prerequisite that you get your fingers a little dirty. Posterity no longer could wait for our deaths, and so judgment is here a few lifetimes too early. Migrating fishes, aquatic inhabitants breathing barely. I used to be brown of gold and ivory. I used to boast of different things entirely. I once was an epitome of near perfection without need for refinery, and now the reverse growth is just so unsightly. Ding ding yatena simayachi and tuasi akunya. Unresponsive, we timidly lost our minds to the illusion of beauty amid nothingness. Caressing oblivion, materially non-existent, swallowing down the injustice of our current tragedy, woven by our own hands, endorsed by our very quietness. Titi will be ka, Titi will be che. Blindsided by avarice, we offer strangers clutching humongous mixing rods a footstool to stand on and stare up our water bodies. So the dirt that belongs beneath now marries the surface and pollutes the little we eat. When I look at my sister, captivated by her complexion, I attempt to liken it to Tetekwashi's cocoa producing chocolate, but I remember Takwa, I remember Obuasi, I remember Pristia, I remember century-old injustices that capture perfectly the struggle of melanin. I remember the abuse our rivers suffer. I remember the radical new color. So I utter half-heartedly, Mommy, you look as brown as the bra. Mommy, you look as brown as the bra. When they ask who coined this expression, feel free to call my name. For I neither own a headband, nor have I sullied my hands for a little power and fame. And when they ask who coined this expression, feel free to call my name. For I, Evangel Lucan Jr., neither own a headband, nor have I sullied my hands for a little power and fame. Mommy, you look as brown as the bra. Our greed has brought us that far.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm here to sell God. I don't mean to criticize, but his house is turned into business enterprise. God is on discount, and miracles are for sale. Buy 2 prayers, get 1 blessing for skill. And the sermon, well, that's a straight commercial break. Our faith has been hacked. Look, I'm not here to start beef, but anyone has receipts? charging for salvation like it's sold in the streets. What happened to come as you are? Well, it's now come as you have, because grace won't stretch that far. I don't mean to offend, but some offerings got me tense. God ain't a stock exchange, but you treat him like a business expense. Is this gospel? Is gospel a scheme? Because you sell hope like it's Ponzi dream. Some preachers spitting like some preachers spitting like brokers, flipping faith like tokens. But last I checked, Jesus didn't die for commission. He didn't batter on the cross, didn't trade his blood for the boss of... I'm sorry. No, I think reading is not my thing. So I'm just going to do myself. How did I get here? What event at all made event and want to become Stevie? Wonder what made comfort so uncomfortable. She needed to prove herself to everybody. What kind of a world would we be in if we were all men? Because we quickly scream out loud all the time. What a man can do, a woman can do better. Until it's time to pick 3 bags of cement, until it's time to willingly run into burning buildings, until it's time to run for war. What at all happened to the work unique or dare to be different? You see, we belittle our value when we begin to think as shallow, but see this mind with which I speak and see my curves. We forget that authority belongs to a man, but power belongs to a woman. So tell me, who is the boss? It first started with what a man can do, a woman can do better. Then it evolved to what a man can do, a woman can do, and even do it much better. Statistically, 70% of women are found on the street hustling. Aya Rachel, pa, yes, chocolate, pick a malt. Aya rash, yes, soya, chili, pa, yes, plantain, aya chocolate. But every time in his car, his steering wheel is his confidence. You can't see those tears because you too they knock. Nighttime come to you, want chairman to knock. But man has to be strong for him and for you regardless. Some of we men smoke the wrist, some of we men roll the wrist like because he's calculating the next what's up. The next means to accomplish that, babe. Can you send me 3 CDs bundle text messages you sent? You shock. Hashtag high suicide rate where men silently cry. Hashtag men are expected to keep their feelings inside. You can't let them see those tears because of what society term. It's normal to be a man. But bro be weak every 7 days. Check Oripa TV to see how many men go there. I hope you can't convince me that an orange tastes nicer than a banana because they both taste uniquely different. That is why we have fruit salad. It's a blend. I'll throw a name randomly and then you keep the name. I'm coming to do something with the name, right? So, please, who wants to keep Jewel? Who wants to keep the name Jewel? Oh, please, you guys help me, I beg you. You want to keep the name. Who wants to keep Fiber? I keep Fiber. You keep Fiber, thank you. Who wants to keep Brianna? Obadi. Who wants to keep Wiseborn? Okay, so I'm going to do something with these names, right? Dad always says I can be who I want to be. So I grew up and chose to be the best version of me. I speak words that makes me sick. I'm highly contagious. You need a long mask to hold me. You see this value on me, you need a long mask to own me. What's my name? No diarrhea, but I see the others running. Because I consider them movie cars, they just up and coming. Arguing over who is best is a trap. I won't fall for debates because my intellect are heterosexual. It means I'm thinking straight. Verbally weaponized, my metaphors are lethally spoken every day. Each syllable could hit you hard and make you weak. Like 7 days. I war with words just like the way Twitter handles everyone's thoughts. Freedom of speech, so I take my chains and rings off because jewels are my thing. I'm a gym instructor. I raise bars with not a single fiber in me. You dropping bars doesn't put you and I on the same level technically. I was gifted to 3 things, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. See this bent when I'm speaking, but you see class with what you hear. I baptize my mic in Jordan. 3 points when I take a shot. I will share my way around. What I mean is, 1 bullet is enough. You see, they respect me with a cord, but I never they blow my Honda. The way some of you are acting gets me asking Nademwenia Brianna. I don't need a bodyguard because I got God in me. Now goodness and mercy follow me even on IG. I made history today and I'll make it every day. So keep my poems on replay because the crown will always belong to one person, and that's TWITA, Twitter. Thank you.
Okay, so let's get a little interactive. Let's repeat this after me. Black boy don't die. Please, please, please. The energy I left home with, don't doubt it. Black boy don't die. Black boy don't cry. Black boy don't die. Black boy don't cry. Black boy don't die. Black boy don't cry. Black boy don't be silly. All those muscles have a meaning. Black don't crack. Black no they cry. So boss, where they your energy? Say you're black, you're special. You're black and your composition is divine. To be BRB fine. You're black, you're special. You're black and your composition is defined. But to be BRB fine. You're black, you're special. I'm the one who never sleeps, but they call me a dreamer. Right as them born Kofi, then put them for your head, say life is a race. A race where the timid is left behind, while the witty always stay the finish line. And talk come say man for me come, or die trying. Say cause society they rate am no room for unnecessary crying. Kofi they try invest, but life they deal am lashes for him back. Life no degree make you rest. To win this rat race, he has to cash short his days, still hard against all pains, grit in teeth, then do whatever Baba says. Society's mere blood for your hands. The price he had to pay for the money and the lands, the cars, the women, the fame, spending money at the nightlife bands. Old girl talk about say make you know the vibe plus boys. See them go destroying life. They wasting dreams and aspirations, cut down in strive. So since infancy, Araba be focused. Members of the opposite sex will not come too close or she will swat you away like locust. She getting eyes on the prize, no try to some, she see all your lies. It was all good till society decided she could strike again. Mocking and snaking at every turn, hunting, not attacking like Daniel in the lion's den. But when you go marry? But they can't turn 40 when you get a sentence song carry. But menopause they catch up, why is still the tarry? But allow the radical get into in head so she turn living dead. She started settle for less. Then turn Arba to punch him back just for a home and a marriage tag. Arba no losing life, but she losing sight. She losing purpose, didn't even get the chance to enjoy the fruit of her strife. We are not here to please society. We are here to make up society, so slow down. Life just be like that, nothing about being lucky or unlucky, so slow down. Life is the only race where every pace is allowed, so my party had a bag, slow down. I'm the sad poet. Sad. I'm only 18 and it feels like I'm dying. Empty and alone each night I go to bed crying. A shadow of myself, a clone, I hope I make it cause I'm trying. I loved and I lost. The temporary joy came at a cost. I realized I'm at fault, but who knows the joy? The vault to my joy. I'm trying to be better, but I feel under the weather. Obin so help me get better. My life is better and so any cooler. So mama, when I die, please hold in your cry. For even though I'm gone, I would always be by your side. Heaven doesn't have visiting hours. But I pray I get Stevie Wonder's talent. So that even when my eyes are closed, I can see you from beneath the tomb. So mama, when I die, please hold in your cry, for even though I'm gone, I would always be by your side. I would always be by your side. I would always be by your side.
You sit right. Roses are beautiful, but the soft petal will just lure you in, and the thorns will leave you with nothing but scars.
Roses are beautiful, but they hurt. Like sweets sprinkled with lime, you work your way through the pain.
And as I stand here dressed in white, I can't feel but help the irony.
I have a confession. I too have always been scared. All my life I heard you do this once, it's once. Just once. And you've got to make it count.
Like roses, it's beautiful on the outside, but its thorns will prick you every single mile, leaving you marks no one else can see.
Since childhood, I've been told I'm clumsy. I've been told I'm impatient. I've been told I'm reckless. Always going with the first instinct, and first cuts aren't always the best cuts, so
You see,
how do I know?
my vows may sound very sweet, but they're just empty words wrapped in expectations.
And I'm having cold feet. Wondering if I'm doing the wrong thing again, or for the first time, this just might be right.
I can't believe I am tying myself in this chain called ring. Unsure if this is even the right thing.
I'm screaming, but somehow my mind connives with my lips and then starts into whispering. Into whispering.
Roses are red, but this one really hurts.
I'm the groom who swaggers, but beneath my trousers, my legs are shaking.
What if I hurt you? What if you hurt me?
What if you don't? What if we kiss and it's fireworks? What if we break the bed so you see stars? What if this works out?
What if I lose myself trying to find you?
What if you don't? What if we just block the outside noise and allow tomorrow take our union far? What if?
Teach me to love you.
Teach you I would. Yes, to a century of loving you like no one ever could. Of living, of learning, of believing, breathing deeper, breathing better. Two heads are better than one. Two heads are better than one. And two lips definitely overshadow one.
I do. Yes, I do.
Together forever, without doubt.
Together forever, without doubt.
Together forever, this time with no doubt. I love you.
I love you too.
Hey! Hey! Oh, your man show. Hey! Forever and ever. Ehalakasa. Ehalakasa. Any questions so far about this last piece? The last one. Just two questions. I want two questions. No questions. Are you two? Oh, are you two like Scrubodum?
Um, we are single together.
You get okay. How did this piece come about? Like,
So originally we were supposed to do a duet on Galamsey, but Twitter is like we can't let our leaders rob us of good drinking water and then rob us of love too. Yes. So even though we are in crisis, at least let's have fun. So we just decided to play around for the evening.
nice one. Even though we are in crisis, let's find where Christ is. Nice one. So Ehalakasa. Ehalakasa. So soon we've come to the end of tonight's show, but there are a few announcements I would like to put out. Yeah. Our next Gote Aban show is 6th November. 6th November. If you have pens and paper or in your notes, please put it there. 6th November. And then Ehalakasa has always organizes poetry slams, like national poetry slams. And slam is a poetry competition where poets come together to battle it out. And that's what Twitter won and went to Brazil for. And so it is, the prelims is November 30th. The prelims is November 30th. And the grand slam is December 30th. The prelims once again is November 30th, and the grand slam is December 30th. And then on the 25th of October, this very month, we have an art exhibition and a poetry show. We have an art exhibition and a poetry show. The location is 1115 Restaurant, Lakeside. Yeah, so let's take note of this again. I repeat for free. Next Gote Aban show is 6th November. Then the Grand Slam prelims, we have it in November 30th. Then the Grand Slam itself is December 30th. And then we have art exhibition on the 25th of October. Location is 1115. Bless you. Ehalakasa. Ehalakasa. Oh, okay. So before we close, we have a blessing. I heard someone in the audience wants to do a poem. Her name is Jemima. So if you can come forward. Oh, let's put it together for her. Oh, gorgeous. Walking majestically. Ehalakasa.
Good evening. Yeah, I just wanted to share something small. I'm not a poet, and this is my second time here. I really love slam poetry, and I felt like, oh, if I can write, I can actually try and do something. So I decided to draft a little poem. Whatever I'm come to say, I've not experienced it, but it's all the Lulu, and I'm just here to share.
Don't
Yeah,
worry. Flow.
love can grow. Thank you.
Hey. Hey, that's Jemima. And this Odo we are talking about. And love can kung fu you. Love can make you smile. Love can fan fu you. Lo- Love go fit do plenty things to you. So yeah, sadly, we've come to the end of Gote Aban Show. Another Gote Aban Show with Ehalakasa. The next one, have it in mind, it is 6th November. Jemima, the next one, prepare another one for us. So I'll be expecting you next month. Yeah, and then the prelims for our Grand Slam in Accra is 30th November. And then the Grand Slam is 30th December. Location isn't out yet, but very soon. Tomorrow we'll be doing the call for poets for the prelims. So watch out. It will be on our social media handles, especially Instagram. That's EHELAKASA. EHELAKASA. On every platform, it is Ehalakasa. And then 25th of this month, we have an exhibition and a poetry show at 11:15 Lakeside. Peace out, and God bless you for coming out to support us. Thank you.